Hello, it's John Lord here again, and it's nearly 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening when we're finished our garden centre work, and we're just going to do a little video of a few bits and pieces and a little problem that's occurred. And just around 6 o'clock, the birds know that we're finishing then, and it's the humans leave and it's the birds' time until the next morning, and they're sort of I think they're kind of telling us to go, you know, like, quite a time wasting here, go home and leave it to us. They don't go in for this property purchase business. Anyway, this was planted the last time. We planted this one here, this one there, staked it up, the Acer, the Laburnum. We planted a small version of this, the lacy elder, and black lace it's called, and I got a few big ones in, so I just swapped around, put the big one in. By weight. This is come out of flower. This was in flower and it was planted here, and I decided to move it to there because it's a rhododendron, and we have Scots Pines, and I reckon the rhododendron will work against the Scots Pines in terms of being able to tolerate the low level of moisture once it gets started. Now it's not looking that well, so you just have to watch. You have to watch the watering, not to because rhododendrons, you buy them, they're often they look pot bound, but that's the way they are, and they can run out of water. And it's important to look. All plants, is this plant growing? You try to look for the shoots, for the buds. There, look. There's a bud that's starting to grow. There's another bud that's him and Han, it's not sure. But when they start to grow, they grow very quickly, and it will be up to there. So we just have to watch the watering for this year and maybe next year, and after that it'll be on its own. We made a few, no, we didn't make a few changes. This was planted, this Ceanothus, blue Ceanothus, but we put a smoke bush here, and we put the Mahonia here. So we put more shrubs in, and we're going to fill in the rest now with herbaceous. And we put in 3 Hydrangea Bluebird. It's a plant, a very old variety, lace cap hydrangea, very reliable on acid soil. It's a beautiful soft blue. So I'm going to use sulfur and stuff and pine needles to keep it acid. Yes, here we're going to plant. See, initially I put these hydrangeas there, and then I thought to myself, it's going to be too shrubby. I don't want a big shrub. I want some shrubs, but I want smaller stuff. I don't want the whole thing just to become like a car park planting. So it's going to be all small stuff around it. And this Rodgersia podophylla, we're going to plant some of that there. Now, that's not a very good example. Go in here. That's a better example of podophylla. And of late I've been carrying around a glove which I always lose to get out the brambles. And we're going to do, oh yeah, we're going to look at 2, before we do the next thing, we just look at 2 more Rodgersias. This one here, isn't it gorgeous? I don't know what it is. Oh, and that's really good. It's a Persicaria Red Dragon. And I didn't come to talk about geraniums, but this is on Thomson. Geranium on Thomson and on Falkar, particularly on Thomson, it is very hard to beat once it gets some sun. That will flower now until October. We're heading into about mid-June, but this is what I wanted to talk about. I just mentioned. And what do you think of that? That's Rodgersia Herkules, appropriately named. And look at that. I didn't tell that plant to, oh look at that, it's gorgeous. That's a mullein. Verbascum. It's called chaixii. It's gorgeous. And it seeds everywhere. And you have to be ruthless. If you don't want it, get rid. But we're letting that stay there because it's absolutely gorgeous. But that's the problem people have in the garden with plants that are plants rather than plants that are weeds. And they seed around and people are, oh, I won't take them up, won't hold them. I might use them on something else. And then the following year they seed from the new plants, and then they seed again from the new plants. And then you end up with a total mess. So it's always, sometimes you have to be ruthless. Even with good plants, you have to hold them out. Now, we had a problem. About a week after planting the Laburnum, I noticed it was sort of getting a bit sparse here, and then I noticed it was being nibbled. Look here, nibbled, and I hoped, oh, maybe a big slug. I sort of knew it wasn't a big slug, and we do have a rabbit, and I found out this place is rabbit proofed. Someone left the gate open, he's come in. Now, if we leave the gate open at night to get him back out, his mates might come in. So we'd end up with lots of rabbits. And you know what happens when you get lots of rabbits? You get lots more rabbits, because that's what rabbits do. They breed like, I don't know, they breed like something. Can't remember. So we've set a trap. We're going to set a few rabbit traps, humane ones, and I've done a lot of search on the internet, and seemingly if you spray them with cider and stuff, and you don't have to use the whole can of cider. You can just use a small bit of cider, and then you might, rather than throw the rest of the cider down the sink, you know, you sort of have to make use of it. But that's what we did. We set a trap and we put cider on it, and we're getting a few more traps, and then we humanely just move the rabbit outside, back outside again where he belongs. It's not his fault. He's just nature. But we're going to do the Chelsea chop. And I was just thinking, the rabbits are cutting stuff down, and maybe the Chelsea chop came about because rabbits got into someone's garden and all the stuff was cut down, and the rabbits got rid of, and the stuff grew up later, and people started to imitate the rabbits. So the Chelsea chop is really just imitating the rabbits. So we're going to plant a rose here. We're either going to plant that one, it's called Nostalgia, or this one, which is the Queen Mother. I particularly like this one. It's going to go there. So we're going to put a yellow one in, but with the yellow holly, the yellow didn't show against the yellow, so this is going to go here. I won't, well, let me see. I wasn't going to do it. This rose didn't perform, and I found out later, after I planted it, that, don't worry, you won't throw it out. This is what we do. Its main, I found out this rose, its main selling point was that it would grow in very low temperatures, minus 20 or 25 or 30. We don't have them here. This is rose for Canada, northern Canada. So I think we go with the Queen Mother. Now, where's our trusty wheelbarrow? You can lift stuff at any time of the year in the growing season. Once you cut it hard back, you take the pressure off the roots, plant it off, it goes again. I'm actually going to have a spot for that, believe it or not, but won't be here. Look at that soil, it's the best soil in Ireland. Nope. And always, there's your graft union. That's actually, that flat piece there was that's the understock that was originally came up there. And you want to plant above the graft union because you want to try and get its roots to come out from this rather than the graft union, which is a wild rose. And then it will live forever if you do that. It's kind of important. And we generally remove, when I'll do that, we have to remove labels here because people go like herds of elephants across the borders if you have a label to see what it is. So that's why we don't keep labels. And get the best facing out. The best facing out, which is also facing south. All right, it's made. Total mess of this. I don't think I'd get a job as a. I'm okay as a gardener. I wouldn't get a job as a PA, someone's PA, because I think I'd be sending them to all the wrong meetings and stuff, and at the wrong time. Oh, not quite deep enough. There we go. I just like it. I don't like very over petal roses, the ones with lots and lots of petals, because in our climate they can get, when it gets wet, they can go like that. And I'm sort of gone off the very single roses. I like it kind of an in-between one. So, and I only found out this rose existed today. That's the great thing about having a garden centre. You can just go looking around. And I just got it. I just nabbed it before a customer. Some people might say it's too similar to the Persicaria. I don't know, but it'll be up higher. We tried that one. I don't know. I just think that's a bit looser and better for there. So that's that. Take off Queen Mother thing. Get out phone. Let me see. Take photograph. Actually, what I was doing up till now, I was getting all these labels and I was putting them in a little box around in the potting area over the last few years about everything I planted in case I forgot. And some person did tidying and threw the whole lot out, and I couldn't say no because you can never give out to people who are tidying. So that's why I used the old phone. Very handy. And look here, it's coming out. Over here, see how we. Oh, it's starting to rain. And there's our lupin behind her. That's our tree lupin, which likes similar conditions. Oh, we haven't even done the main part of the video yet, which was the Chelsea chopping. And look at this. That's China Girl, isn't it? It's really good. It's just coming to its peak now. It'll start fading a bit, but they fade very well. So you can leave them. Will we just keep going until I get pneumonia? Yeah, we're going to go Chelsea chopping around here. That was the black stemmed hydrangea was put in last week. I don't know. I thought I needed something there. I don't know. We'll see. Geranium sanguineum striatum. It is the light pink form of the bloody crane's bill, and it's native to, well, the The standard plant is native to Ireland. Is one of the best geraniums you can have.
Have you got a jacket or what?
No, I'm okay. We're going to be quick. Iris orientalis, Atalis iris. And this is rabbit damage here. It's starting to look here. And these linearies. Keep going. That's the Rodgersia podophylla again. It's lovely. No, I think it's getting too rainy, isn't it? Mm. We just do one little bit more. Here's the Chelsea chopping that the rabbit was doing on the Rebecca. He's Chelsea chopped the whole lot, and I'm going to Chelsea chop him. This is what we were going to do. It's the lazy man's way, I know. And look at the rabbit, he's even eating the Mahonia. Doing I'm doing the work for about 10 rabbits here. Ooh. And we're going to Chelsea chop that's Solidago Goldenmosa. We're going to Chelsea chop that one as well, which is Fireworks. We're going to Chelsea chop this one tomorrow. This Veronicastrum, which in most parts of the world you don't have to Chelsea chop, but in Ireland, we're so lush that it goes too tall and falls over. And we Chelsea chopped this, and Chelsea chopped this, and this Veronicastrum. And what we have to do is go around, just take those stubby bits off, like that. And look at it already. Look, there's a few I did earlier. Look, about 2 weeks ago. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, it's the rain has stopped, has it? David, will you get? Do you get wet time now? Do you get wet time? Oh, it's Sunday, so you get Sunday time and wet time. You know. And another thing is, when you have a garden for the public, you can't make any sort of trail because the kids will be in, and you're gone. Terrible pity having to do this. And there's another thing you can do with Chelsea chopping for flocks. You can just chop the front ones back and then go full height in the middle and the back, so you get flowers right to the ground nearly. That's another trick. And I got that from the late great Christopher Lloyd, the great gardener. When I was young in Dublin, we didn't have much money, and you'd see some people, you have little lawns, and that was their lawnmower. And also meant he didn't have to go to the gym. Just one other thing. I'm not going to be bad or anything. I'll be a little bit bad. When I see lads on the telly using this and they're going like that, they've never done it professionally, because if you're doing this all day, this is how you do it, because you get the bounce. Okay, that's it. What will you call it? What are we going to call this video? I don't know. Chelsea chopping in the rain.